Hello, and thank you for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. If you're new, hi, hello, how are you? I go by the Handicapable Black Woman. I am, well, hopefully a future YouTube influencer, podcaster. I don't even know the title, but it's like I don't want to be famous or anything like that. I more want to spread the word and promote and educate those who don't know about the disability community, the reality, and the situations that we get into, either medically or within the family, so called slash fake friends, because of appearance or et cetera, et cetera. But also for those with disabilities, I am actually, it's like I found a few that I'm going to be emailing and contacting disability owned businesses, authors, writers, and musicians. And but not only for people with disabilities, because it's like also people of color. We don't get much representation. So I really want to hunt down and find like an array of different types of businesses and stuff, and also musicians and artists. I love art, so I do have an episode actually about one young artist. I think it was maybe episode 10 or something. But yes, she's a very lovely, beautiful artist. I never remember to put the links in my descriptions, but I will try this time. I will try this time. And also, you're probably going to notice that some of my videos are going to be out of order, as I have been saying in recordings that you have not heard. My 2024 has just been kind of a blowing up nightmare in some aspects. A lot of people don't realize all of the things people with disabilities have to go through, and then racism that people of color face, especially at work and at like even in public. And it's like you wouldn't believe some of the ignorant questions I get asked. And then as a woman with my dating nightmares, make sure you watch those. And oh, just please know these are all real screenshots. It's like I had one friend, but yeah, now they're blocked because I'm petty and I'm tired of people trying. Like, if you try to accuse me of lying, even though I have the receipts and they're right in front of you, I don't waste my time anymore. It's like I'm a magician. I will make you disappear from my life. Like, not literally, figuratively. Okay, okay. But all of my screenshots that I show is like I hide the swear words, or I hide anything that I feel that I don't want seen. But at the same time, you can decipher and figure out or know what they are saying. And like sometimes when I show my friends, which is one reason I started this channel, a lot of people were accusing me of faking these things. And I'm like, why in the world? Like, there was one jerk. I have over like 2 to 3 thousand screenshots of my phone presently. So it's like it's gonna take me a while before I find it. So that's gonna be, yeah, that might need to give me 3 to 6 months to do that episode. But he tried to call me like a Jesse Smollett because with one of the episodes, I believe it was with one of the Trump supporters and things like that. And first he said I was a Jesse Smollett, but then he called me a racist bigot because I won't date a Republican, which will be another episode pretty soon. There's some story times I want to get through first, but also just know Republican and Democrat is not a race. They're political parties. Political parties. Anybody can be Republican. Anybody can be Democrat. I Do not date Republican. You can be a white Republican, that's majority, but I know some black Republicans. I like through the dating app, like Asian and Hispanic Republicans have written me and they have told me that I'm stupid or crazy for not wanting to date them. And oh, I'm going to get to my story in just a minute, but when like I need to help some people that are ignorant. Sometimes like Republican men tell me that they are a better match for me because I want to start my own business, because I invest and I'm trying to plan my life out to the point where I can retire, and not only retire, but when I go on vacations and when I while I'm on the plane, I'm making money from my businesses and investments while I'm out to eat or having brunch. While, like, once I adopt kids and be a foster mom, while going to their plays or their basketball or whatever sport and activities they're at, or if they want to be a Girl Scout, Boy Scout, or anything like that, I'm making money while I'm in those meetings. I can turn my phone off and I'm going to be making money. I don't have to worry about if she wants to go to the camping retreat or like some kind of summer program him or her, but it's like I don't know, it's like I say sometimes, well, yeah, I'll get to that later, another day, another whatever. So but it's really, oh, and also since I am a Christian as well, but my definition of Christianity and being a Christian is changing, because especially as I look at the Republican Party and how they decipher and see and look at being a Christian, yeah. So my definition is different, and especially when Christian Republican men find out that I am Christian, they tell me that, again, I'm ignorant, I'm stupid, I'm naive. Only like Christians are only supposed to be Republican. If you're a Democrat, then you believe like you partnered with Satan and all of this other blah 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 garbage, ignorant, naive, like just imbeciles or whatever. Like if you think that, then very ignorant, very ignorant. Yes, but okay, so I'm going to be getting to story time, but those things have been kind of on my mind because it's increasing with the screenshots and with the messages I am getting. It's more and more like men who are trying to tell me who I am supposed to date, who I am supposed to be. And that's another reason why I will never date a Republican man if I ever get back into dating. Majority of them, like, oh, I found out like a lot of Democratic men find me intimidating because of my goals, dreams, my education, my aspirations, and things like that. But Republican men try to change me and tell me what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. And like the whole submissive thing, I'm not like, yeah, I'm not submissive. So yeah, I we would get it on each other's nerves so much, and the fact that he doesn't care about my rights because, well, you know what? That's another story. Well, you know what? I will do the episode that I was meaning to do the next time, the next episode, but yeah, it's already been 9 minutes, whatever. So I don't know. It's just really annoying and frustrating when some people look at me and they're just like, why didn't you want kids? You're selfish. Especially, this is coming mostly from men, some women too, but really hardcore from men. And a lot of men, if you've been watching my episodes, you've already seen some of the dating nightmares where men tell me I'm dried up, used up, and I'm too old to have standards. And it's just to the point where I'm a woman with a disability. I was undiagnosed until I was in my mid 30s, and I was judged, ridiculed, teased, told that no one was ever going to love me, no one was ever going to want me, love me, or marry me. I was told that, like some people said, I was boy crazy. No, I was desperate because I was trying to prove my mother wrong. I was desperate. And at the same time, with majority of men, I'm not a good match with. I'm very bubbly and chipper and things like that, but at the same time, I'm stubborn and bullheaded and is like determined, and I have high expectations of myself. And so with a lot of I I kept bumping into a lot of men who they would say I was too happy, too bubbly, too chipper. But then some of the guys who tolerated my bubbliness, chipperness, and everything, they kept telling me that I would have to quit grad school, college, and things like that. Or what kind of man wants a smart woman? Or why are you going to start a business? You're black. Why are you investing? You're black. Why are you trying to get your education? You're black. Why are you trying to achieve A, B, and C? Like, because there's especially present day with a lot of the projects and stuff I'm working on, you will not believe how this was like a year ago. Because this year I haven't done any dating whatsoever. Because I'm trying to allow myself to heal because men don't want me. They don't. They lie and say they do, or they pretend they do because they think since I have a disability, I will be desperate and be a pick me because they know that since no one else is going to want me, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. It's like, I will be submissive. I'll do anything you say. I'll do anything you want. Of course, because you're the only one that wants me. No, no, I'm not that girl. I'm not that type. I will not be. No. So, I remember I've told this kind of, I don't know if I told the whole story though, but right after I finished at Oakland University, I I was trying to do as my parents wanted, date a good black man and everything like that. And there was one guy who said he was interested in me because most black men say I'm too white, too proper, and too light skinned. They say I'm not really black, even though both my parents are like, well, I do have other ethnicities mixed, but yeah, it's really funny how people say that to me. But anyway, oh, and then it's really funny because some of them end up marrying a white woman, and I'm just like, the irony. All right. So you didn't want a black woman that quote unquote acts white. You want an authentic white woman. Okay. I got you. I got you. But it's just really frustrating and annoying because I had to let my heart heal because so many men kept trying to tell me who and what to do. And that's how I created my list of standards. And that list of standards I just put that together almost 2 years ago. It was around November. Right now it's been a year and a half. And I put that together because, okay, I'm going to do quick examples, but I'll do the full stories of each at some point. Do you know how many men in prison have asked me out or I've been on a date with, and some of them hide the fact that they've been in prison? And to me, that's disgusting. Like, it's not, it's disgusting that they lied. It's disgusting that they are dishonest because, like, shouldn't you tell me that at the beginning? And that's one reason I put it on my standards because this way you are seeing right then and there if you try to contact me and talk to me more than friends, because on my profile I said we can be friends, But if you've been in prison, no, they're not past friends, not past friends. So, and a lot of them get upset over that, or a lot of them say I'm stuck up because of that. When, for my listeners, you know the story about the Olive Garden and the breadsticks. Like my ex, who he blackmailed me into dating him because he said he was going to eliminate himself from the earth if I didn't become his girlfriend, while demonstrating. I listened to the breadsticks episode, but yeah, he was in and out of jail, been arrested so many times, kept stealing from jobs. Yeah, that's another episode. And punching holes in walls and everything. And he literally on purpose tried to trap me by he went to like all of a sudden he wanted to do a date night, and he knew I love Olive Garden. And I mean, now I love small businesses more, but I don't know, it's just like I like the atmosphere and everything like that. But anyways, it's like I have like three or four small business Metro Detroit Italian places that are like chef's kiss. But anyways, I'll talk about that in another episode. um but yeah, I found out he didn't want to go on a date with me. I only talked to him. He was only at the table for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes the entire time we were there. I ended up befriending a little girl, and cuz she came from her parents' table with her like doll and toy, introducing me. And next thing I know, cuz I love Disney and different kid stuff too. So once she found out that I love cartoons, oh, she sat her like cute little tush at the table, and we're talking, and the mom's running up. I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh no, girls. Like, hey, my man wasn't there, so I was like, yeah, we're having good conversation. I was just like, I said, I see your table's right over there and everything. You like, yeah, you can watch us. I don't care. And I just remember how the mom like was thankful and everything like that. And but yeah, my ex tricked me, and yeah, he didn't tell me he was talking to a special candy dealer. And not only that, but yeah, he wanted to drive my car so that if we got pulled over, it was my car. So then I would automatically be have different things on mine under my name, not his. That's what kind of man he was. And then there was another guy who I shared the screenshots too on that episode, but a lot of Italian restaurants too. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, but it's like I love Indian and Chinese. Well, anyways, like, I love international food, but yeah. Uh, anyways, sorry. It's like I just realized this next one he took me to an Italian restaurant too, but it's like he was in prison on and off for almost 10 years. I think it was like 8 to 10 or something like that. But I gave him another chance, and I saw that he seemed determined to turn his life around. He owns or part owner of a um, car or auto shop in an inner city. I won't say which inner city, but so he's doing that. He has one son, and it's like he was trying to figure out different ways to develop his business and market and everything like that. And he loved how I wrote my children's books, and I showed him, which I'm glad, like, yeah, he said it would be too difficult for him to even figure out how to do half of the stuff I was doing. But I showed him part of my business plan with my books, how I was going to develop different streams of income from them and be able to multi-market and develop, and like, cuz my MBA is in internet marketing. I study and research even with YouTube, like while I'm cleaning up around my room and everything, or the house or whatever. It's like usually I'm watching politics or marketing, advertising, or a documentary. I'm a nerd. Yes, I'm a proud nerd. But anyway, so him and I, it's like we talk and everything like that. I thought it was so amazing. And the communication was great. And it's like I gave him a second chance because I'm like, you know what? He paid he paid the price. He was sentenced. He it looks like he's getting his life around, turning his life around. And in a later video, in another video I haven't posted yet, it's like I do kind of talk about one of the presents I was making for him, which was a full advertising plan because he wanted to expand his business. And I created and I made a whole huge multi-panel Excel sheet of different streams of income, how to have more customers, people to people sales, and different, like, even vending machines. And I mean, I created an entire plan as a gift to him because while we were on the phone, he kept saying, I wish I could have a woman that would be my, like, well, not, well, I was gonna say partner in crime, but I'm like, okay, not literally, like, but okay, partner in legal business activities. Yes, yes, and yes. So, like, since for 2 or 3 months, because this was like near the end of COVID and everything. So it's like we were all like in the house, but we were slowly being able to have some freedom. Yeah, he was like my first date. Like, it was right around that time. But for the 2 to 3 months, we talked almost every single day on the phone from 10 to 11 o'clock at night until the sun was coming up. And he would have to go to work. And I'm like, no, because throughout the night, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to let you go. You have work in the morning. And he was like, no, but I'm talking to you. I want to talk to you. And like, he would say really cute, flirty things too, whatever. Yeah, I will admit he was a good flirt, but yeah, that was supposed to be a present for him. And I still I still kind of cherish that because that helped me be creative with my business, and that was a first. And I know I'm kind of dragging the black men out there. Which reminds me, yeah, if you guys aren't defending Kamala after Trump supposed, like, I don't know if he did it for sure, but he probably did call Kamala the B word, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And I already have enough black men call me the B word, the C word, the element of he, like any type of word you can think of. Black men have called me that on the dating app because they do not like my standards. And a lot of them like say that I'm ridiculous. And a lot of the black men tell me that means you want a white man, that means you want a Republican man. And I'm just like, not wanting a man that's been in prison. I mean, and I most 90% of the men I've dated had high school diplomas, and nothing wrong. Like, hey, I'm glad, I'm happy for you. But a lot of the men with high school diplomas have literally tried to diminish or ruin what I plan to do in my life. So many of them tell me, you're too old to have your own business. You're too old to be a writer. Like, who wants to like read your books? And usually I get that kind of negativity. I get negativity from men who have degrees, but usually it's different. Usually it's some of them are the ones that tell me you're supposed to already have babies. Why don't you have babies and things like that? And so yeah, and that's why it's like I feel like I'm on a cycle that never ends. It's like I want kids, but I need a man to have kids. But with the Christian religion, I'm supposed to be married and then like date to marry to have kids. But then a lot of my family members, the man that some dated, some just had babies with, and some married and whatever. But majority of them, they cannot. Some of them are still with their man. But do you know how many times, like, while I was going through puberty and things like that, like middle school, high school, like if we were with sitting with the women alone, how many of them whispered to me, don't you ever marry one of these idiots. These men are idiots. They're awful. Don't you dare make the same mistake I did. And I am like, I remember when I was younger, I would just be looking at her like a deer in headlights, like, huh? What? But at church they say. And it's like, I mean, I'm probably going to have a series of the stories my aunts have told me. And not just my family members, but I look and watch and I see some women, they don't like him anymore. Whoever they're with, they don't like him anymore. And a lot of the men I've dated, I don't care for any of them anymore. Mr. No Heart, he couldn't even go to my mother's funeral. And Mr. No Heart couldn't even go to my surgery. Mr. No Heart couldn't visit me. He lied. He decided to play his video games as a PC master on Steam and ignored me. And how do I know this? It's because I'm one of his friends on Steam and I signed up or I signed on. And while I was watching Disney Plus and everything and writing one of my other novel ideas, I kept seeing which games he was switching to. And then around 10 or 11 o'clock at night, he then texted me, "Oh, now it's too late to meet up." When, okay, like, yeah, you don't know I caught you in a lie, but I caught you in a lie. He could never even call me. It took him 3 months, over 3 months to call me. And then he tried to gaslight me and turn it on me. How fair is that? But then when I wrote my novel, or my very, very, very rough draft of my novel, he told me, "I will only read it if you publish it." But then it wasn't until I broke up with him. "I'll read your novel. I'll read it now. I'll read it. I promise I'll read it." Every time I was about to break up with him, that's when he would try to do the small, and I was stupid enough to f- play along because I knew he was going to be probably the last man I would ever date because my walking was getting worse and worse. I was getting worse and worse. So I knew and know that my mother was going to be right. And so that, but I was struggling because I wanted to break up with him so badly. But I kept thinking, but I need a family. I need to show her, I need to prove her wrong. I need to have a man in my life to show her that I can have someone love me. I can. I'm determined. I have to. Because I still don't think she loved me. I have all the proof in the world, but I still don't think she did. And since she's moved on, we will never have that conversation. My sister and my aunt, or one of my aunts, I have many aunts, but they tried, like, yes, of course she didn't know. You will hear stories, but to the point, one of the reasons why I was so desperate for a man is because of the things she said. She even created a fat dance for me. And I realized I kept eating so much, and I'm going to talk about my weight and everything too. But I kept eating because I was never full. I always felt empty. I always felt pitiful. I always felt like I was nothing. And I always needed something to fill me. And that ended up being food. And the crazy thing, I never got really big, but it's like, and sometimes I would eat like tons of applesauce or salad. Or so it's like, but anyway, I'm going to talk about the episode I meant to talk about next, but this is going to definitely get a part two. Thank you for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable, but most importantly, I am human, and you're human too. I hope you guys have an amazing, great day. And yes, I know I used up almost the full 30 minutes. Like, I won't apologize because I think I got pretty good information out there. But have a great day, and I will see you real soon. Bye.